Hey guys, Ryan and Cole here from MACkite. Today we're going to talk about our first impressions on the Liquid Force launch. We had it out the other day behind the boat, riding a plethora of slingshot wings, and just want to give you guys a quick review on what our thoughts were of it.
So when I first picked up this board, I was a little bit skeptical. It's about medium weight. I've felt boards that are heavier than this before, but I didn't necessarily think this board was going to perform very well at all. But luckily I was blown away. It actually was awesome. It didn't have too much swing weight in the nose, so I could still do turns. I didn't feel like the board was overwhelming my carves. Another thing that I noticed was the length of the board. So it's got just enough length where you can plane out on the water, so you can touch down on the water and you're not gonna sink the tip, but you can still pump on this thing. Again, it's not a little, a lunch tray board where it's optimal for pumping, but this thing's still short enough where you can definitely get into pumping with it.
Yeah, another thing to point out here is the thickness on this board.
Yep.
This is a pretty thin board by comparison to a lot of other wake foils. So what I felt like that did for me was I felt like I had a little more of a direct connection with the foil.
Yes.
It reduced the amount of board that was between your foot and the foil, allowing the foil to become a little more responsive. So despite its kind of maybe beginner size appearances, it actually had pretty good performance, because I felt like you were really close to that foil, and it kind of unlocked a little more potential of whatever foil we were riding. I mean, overall, general impressions on this board, it's definitely kind of an all-around beginner-friendly board. I felt like who this board is good for, I would say that anyone that maybe they bought a really large board for their first wake foil board and they're ready to downsize, but they're not quite ready to commit to that pocket board. Whether they don't want to deal with sinking the nose as they're learning to ride the wake better or pump better, or they just don't want to commit that extra cash to it. This is a very cost-effective option to upgrade that first beginner wake foil board and get something a little bit higher performance without breaking the bank.
Yeah, I'd say this board is something that is pretty magical, because a beginner could ride this, but also an intermediate rider could definitely go for this. Now, if you're an advanced wake foiler, you're gonna wanna ride a much smaller board than this. However, I think this is one of those cool boards where you can still be an intermediate rider, getting into more of those advanced skills, and be on this board, and the board won't hinder you too much.
Especially if you're a beginner that you think you're gonna progress fast. You don't want a board that's gonna hold you back. I feel like this board, you can start on it and you can ride it for quite a while. Once you outgrow this board, you're gonna be ready to hop on that 100-centimeter pocket board, no problem.
Yeah, and then one other thing, and this is technical, they have machine inserts in here for your straps. Now, one thing that's really cool about this is a lot of boards, you actually need to have self-tapping screws that are gonna go into the core of the board. I don't love those, because if you put your straps in and out enough times, you're gonna wear out that strap insert, and just leads to problems down the road. With these machine inserts, there's no guessing if your screw's too long or if you're going to eventually wear out that insert. Machine inserts are the way to go, because you literally just put the screw in and you are fine. And then another thing is, and this is very minor, was the trackpad. I didn't feel like there was any issues with it. I know there's a couple boards that the trackpad's actually slippery, but this trackpad was awesome, so no complaints there. So with this board, there's nothing too crazy going on the bottom. However, they do have a slight little kicktail, and they do have a double concave split on the bottom. Now, they're very minuscule. Some boards have huge cutouts going on. All that's gonna do for you is the kicktail is gonna get you up and out of the water a little bit easier with less drag, and the double concave in the front is going to prevent the board from suctioning to the water. So one other thing about this board is, with the double concave and the aggressive rocker on the nose, it was really nice for touchdowns. So that's gonna help you guys out. If you're riding that second wake and you hit the water, you're not gonna pierce the water with your tip and fall. This thing's gonna allow you to have a better chance of bouncing up and continuing to ride. So this has been Cole and Ryan from MACkiteboarding.com. If you guys have any further questions about this board, or want to know if it's right for you, feel free to contact us via phone or email at MACkiteboarding.com. If you guys have any certain gear that you want to review on, or certain tip, tricks, or tutorials, feel free to drop those suggestions in the comments below. Hope you guys learned something today, and thank you for watching.